Hello friends and welcome back to the channel. It's the end of November and it's time for some more ramen hacks. For our first ramen hack, I will be making curry Shin ramen. Now this one's pretty easy. Get a cup of Shin ramen, add the seasoning packets and water as per usual, and then add 2 cubes of Japanese curry roux. Use whatever ones you like or are available to you. I'm using golden curries medium hot. Now you'll need to leave these to cook for 3.5 to 4 minutes in the water so the curry will thicken. Now I quite enjoy this twist on both the Japanese curry and the Shin ramen because both flavours work well together. I quite enjoy this when it is particularly cold, and I reckon you will too. This is not so much a hack, but this is what my go-to is when I want a little bit more from my noodles. I'm using Fantastic's beef noodle to demonstrate this, but you can use whatever instant noodle that comes in a cup and with broth you want. You're going to prepare the noodles as per usual, but you're also going to put in as much chili flakes as you want. Let the noodles sit for 2 minutes, and while they're sitting, cut up 1 or 2 spring onions depending on how much spring onions you want, and get a slice of plastic or American cheese depending on what part of the world you're from, out of the fridge and let it come up to room temp. Add the spring onions and the plastic cheese into the noodles and let it sit for 2 minutes. This allows the spring onions to somewhat cook and the cheese to melt, and that helps to make a nice creamy broth. For hack number 3, we're going to make rice paper rolls with instant ramen, or in my case, Indomie hot and spicy. Prepare your noodles as per the packet instructions, and prepare your rice paper as per the packet instructions. You will also need American cheese for this hack, and depending on how much you like spice, you can also add a bulldog or sriracha sauce to this, but I'm not. You're going to place the noodles in the middle of the rice paper, and you're going to be careful to not rip the rice paper like I did. But hey, at least you gave it a try, and that's what this channel's about. Trying things. You're going to get a new piece of rice paper that is prepared the way the packet says, and you're going to try it again. You start by folding the top and bottom in, and then you gently start rolling one of the sides in, being careful not to rip the rice paper until you've got a lovely roll shape. Set it aside and keep making as many as you'd like, and then get a fry pan with a bit of oil ready. We're going to lightly fry these rice paper rolls until the rice paper is translucent and a little bit crispy. Be careful, the cheese will try and escape, or if the pan is not oiled enough, the rice paper will try to rip. And enjoy! Hack number 4 is a bit of a jump up in skills and is spicy creamy instant ramen. Again, I'm using Indomie's Migorin hot and spicy. No sponsorship, I just bought it in bulk a couple of months ago. And we're going to start by removing the seasoning packets from the noodle cups. We will need the noodles, just not yet, but we won't need the soy sauce from these packets, so save them for something else. Next, we're going to create a altered roux. Now this will be altered depending on what kind of noodle you're using. As the noodles I'm using has a seasoning paste and a seasoning powder, we'll be using both. But if your noodles only come with a paste or a powder, don't stress too much. You're going to start by melting 2 tablespoons of butter in a low heat pan. When the butter is melted, add the 2 seasoning pastes if you have it. Allow them to melt and combine, and then add 2 tablespoons of plain flour as well as the seasoning powder. Mix to combine. Also use this time to decide whether or not it needs more wet or more dry. Next, we're going to add 300 ml of milk, and we're going to add it in stages. This allows us to not let the roux get too lumpy. Once the roux is nice and smooth and you're happy with how much you have there, you can add a heaped teaspoon of gochujang. I forgot to turn my camera on for this, but you can tell the difference in the colour of the roux. And now we're going to turn this roux into a bechamel by adding half a cup of shredded cheese. And you're going to mix until everything is well combined and there is no lumps of cheese visible. During this time, you're also preparing your noodles so they are ready to go in once the bechamel is ready, ensuring that the noodles get covered in the sauce before serving. For garnish, we're going to add some sliced spring onions and the fried onion from the noodle packet if yours have them. Our final hack is the noodle omelette hack. I don't know about you, but On my shorts feed, I get videos of night market stalls that make these, so I thought we'd give it a try. Well, Ben's giving it a try. I am absolutely hopeless at cooking up omelettes. Prepare your noodles per the packet instructions prior to heating up the pan and melting butter. Once the butter is nice and bubbly, add your noodles, ensuring that they cover the base of the frying pan. Prepare your omelette mixture with 3 eggs, 2 tablespoons of cream or 2 tablespoons of milk, depending on your preference, and salt and pepper. Pour the omelette mix over the noodles, ensuring that it covers all the noodles and the base of the pan. Wait a minute or two to ensure that the base of the omelette is set, and then in one half of the omelette, push your toppings. We used chicken, spring onions and cheese, but you can use whatever you like. Give the omelette another 30 seconds to cook and then check with a rubber spatula to see if the omelette is golden brown on the bottom before folding in half. And this is the dangerous bit. Sometimes it will fold perfectly, sometimes it will collapse, and sometimes it will wait until it gets on the plate to collapse. Either way, it is very, very tasty. Top your omelette with whatever sauce you like. We used Kewpie mayo and sriracha, and garnish with chives. Now this was a lovely filling meal, especially when it's cold. Even if it doesn't come out of the pan intact, it is still delicious. I do hope you give one or some of these hacks a try. If you do, please let me know in the comments below. Or if you did enjoy this video, please subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching and I hope you have a great day.